What is your favorite movie of all time? Ops should have asked, and why, and this thread would gather more steam. Yeah, it's like a middle school English class. Explain your reasoning. No one-word answers. The Lord of the Rings. All three. Inglourious Bastards. The pacing. The masterful build-up of tension. The perfectly timed levity. The historical whimsy. And the great enacting make this the best and most rewatchable movie I've ever seen. That opening scene is incredible. The Shawshank Redemption. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Are you suggesting coconuts migrate? Who are you, who are so wise in the ways of science? I am Arthur, King of the Britons. My Cousin Vinny is a movie I could watch 20 times and I'd still laugh at it. I quote this movie often, even to people who haven't seen it. The Two Utes. Oh, yeah, you blend. I guess the fucking thing is broken. Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Well, that would explain the hostility. Stardust, the hidden gem that is Robert De Niro playing a closeted gay sky pirate, was something I did not know I needed in life. Back to the Future. Howl's Moving Castle. Ratatouille for me. Yes, it is a kid's movie, but I just love the art style, voice acting, and underlying messages. Its core ideas are, not everyone can achieve greatness. But greatness can come from any person regardless of where they are from, and even the worst piece of art has more meaning and soul than the criticism aimed at it. That's just a wonderful message. Mean Girls. I've watched it 100 times and never to get bored. The Big Lebowski. Hands down. If I'm having a bad day, it always manages to cheer me up. The Dude Abides. The Prestige. The Princess Bride. Forrest Gump. The Princess Bride and Groundhog Day. It's a tie. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Princess Mononoke. WALL-E. The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. As a major Batman fan since youth, this was almost everything I could ask for in a movie with a character. Only points it lost for me was the gravel Batman voice. But I can overlook that for pretty much everything else being awesome. Big Trouble in Little China. Okay, you people sit tight, hold the fort and keep the home fires burning. And if we're not back by dawn, call the president. The Matrix. Interstellar. The Fifth Element. Airplane. Goodfellas. PSH. I don't exactly agree with your answer, but I respect it. Now go home and get your fucking shine box. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Die Hard. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I will die hard on this hill. Fargo. The Goonies. Oh brother, where art thou? Well, isn't this place a geographical oddity? 2 weeks from everywhere. A goofy movie. Just rewatched it recently as a 28-year-old man, and it holds up marvelously. It's also genuinely hilarious and has a great balance of emotion and levity throughout the whole thing. Gladiator. Big Fish. It's a Tim Burton American Southern Gothic fairy tale that has it all. Fantasy. Cinematography. Humor. Top-notch storytelling. Strong cast and a whole lot of heart. Tommy Boy. Tommy Likey. Tommy White Wingy. No Country for Old Men. Coraline. Hands down, I enjoy the creepy feeling. Raising Arizona. My husband and I quote that movie frequently. When our kids got old enough to watch it, suddenly so much made sense to them. Monsieur, I'll be taking these Huggies and whatever cash you've got in the register. Do these blow up into funny shapes and all? Well no, unless round is funny. The round being funny bit is one of my all-time favorite film little moments. Easily it's Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Its action scenes are great. It's hilarious. "You cocky cock" is honestly one of my favorite lines ever. And all the little stuff, like its transitions, comic book onomatopoeias, soundtrack, and editing make it one of the best movies I've ever seen. I know it kinda has a reputation for being for pretentious film students. At least according to, like, 3 TikToks. But its insane quality justifies that. Not so long ago, in the mysterious land of Toronto, Canada, Scott Pilgrim was dating a high schooler. Casablanca. The rest of my top 10 list changes from day to day. But Casablanca has been number 1 since I first saw it more than 40 years ago. Ingrid Bergman was a damn beauty. Snatch. British comedy with Brad Pitt and Jason Statham. Monsieur, haven't seen it in years. I like to forget movies as much as possible and re-watch them. Monsieur, it will never be the first time, but it will be as close as possible. I have trouble deciding, but I usually say The Empire Strikes Back. Interstellar. Fight Club. His name was Robert Paulson. 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 The Iron Giant. Big Fish. The Usual Suspects. Dazed and Confused. Donnie Darko. Say 7N. I don't know why, but I have always loved this movie. I remember watching it for the first time and it just stuck with me. Quickly followed by Shaun of the Dead and Clue. Whenever I answer this question in real life I get odd looks because they expect me to sing some rom-com. Monsieur. Oh well. My top books are Rebecca and Green River Running Red, so I kind of have a theme going. Asterisk. What's in the box? Asterisk. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Also a gray book. One of those somewhat rare instances when the book and movie are both great in their own ways. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? The book was good, but the acting in the movie was phenomenal. I will always be pissed that Leo didn't win an Oscar for that performance. Wayne's World. Party Time. Excellent. Apocalypse Now. Memento. It asks universally relatable questions. Can we trust even our most treasured memories? Can people's imperfect recollections be counted on to serve justice? And it delivers them in a gripping thriller, presented in a clever format. I can't believe how much other Nolan we saw first. Absolute masterpiece. Wizard of Oz. Pulp Fiction runner-ups Young Frankenstein and 12 Angry Men. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Rio. Unpopular opinion, but it's so amazing and I love Blue Macaws. Silence of the Lambs. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Amadeus. Back to the Future All the Way. October Sky. Catch Me If You Can. The Royal Tenenbaums. Taxi Driver and Godfather. Beetlejuice. Amazing cast, costumes and sets. Plus, the special effects were so creative they have stood the test of time. Inception and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Schindler's List. Edward Scissorhands. Spoiler: this is one of the few movies that has made me cry. When Edward's dad, Vincent Price, dies. I was only like 6 years old, but I remember never being so sad watching a movie. Blazing Saddles. Weird all white women. It Hot Fuzz. It manages to simultaneously be in great comedy, action and thriller movie. Dumb and Dumber. End of discussion. RoboCop. I'd buy that for $1. Happy CD. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Strictly Ballroom is one I can sit down at any point and watch. And no matter what, it lifts my spirits. The plot description sounds so boring, but the weird directing, the camera changing, and the events of the story are surreal and make the movie feel less like a movie. It won a lot of awards too. Pam Short's broken both her legs. And I Wanna Dance With You. I still say this as I enter rooms, hoping someone will reply, that was unexpected. Finding Nemo. I'm a kid at heart, lol. Revenge of the Sith. Best movie ever. Hello there, General Kenobi. You are a bold one. Your move. I feel lost. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. The Dark Knight. Story, cinematography, direction, acting. Just doesn't get better than TDK for me. Ratatouille. There Will Be Blood. Actually surprised that I saw no one mention this. Mulholland Drive. Children of Men. It's such a scarily realistic view of what society would turn into in that situation. and the cinematography is unparalleled. For me it's a tie between 2001: A Space Odyssey and Pulp Fiction. Clerks. A Beautiful Mind. My favorite due to being an engineer myself, and seeing what studying math at that level can do to your mind. Especially since I had trouble with differentials in school where the concepts were already known. Yet he was driving himself insane to prove an unknown concept. The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing? See, that's the thing. The Pursuit of Happiness really puts into perspective how granted we take our luxuries for. Great acting by Will. One of his best. Downfall. It's been memed to death, but it's an outstanding film, monsieur. Blade Runner 2049, Akira, Django Unchained. Blade Runner. Shawshank Redemption. Inception. The Lost Boys. When Harry Met Sally. Boondock Saints, Avi. Taxi Driver. Pulp Fiction. Aliens, because when I'm watching it, I don't see animatronics or guys in costumes. I see aliens. Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. Sleeper pick here. Probably the best animated film ever. This is Spinal Tap. I would suggest everyone go and get the DVD and watch it with commentary on. The 3 stars commentate on the movie in character and it's hilarious. Good Will Hunting. I laughed and cried so hard during that movie. Come on people, nobody remembers Terminator 2? The original Blade Runner also has its moments. T2 has and always will be my fav. Fish Called Wanda. I can't decide between Terminator 2 and Fight Club. Ghostbusters. Baby Driver. Some of the best damn car chases I've ever seen. I have 5 favorite movies. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Creepshow. Dawn of the Dead. Django Unchained. Sideways. Shawshank. Dr. Strangelove is my personal favorite. The pacing is great. The cinematography is remarkable. The soundtrack is perfect. It's got that whole accidental comedy thing happening. And then there's the ending. It's brilliant. Heathers. Has there ever been a movie with better dialogue? Yes, but only one that I know of. Love in a .45. You are nothing until you are nothing. Fuck Me Gently with a Chainsaw. Howl's Moving Castle. I watch it once a year on my birthday. So, not to overwatch it and also to have something special. I can't wait to watch it tonight. Top Secret Classic Zaz deadpan comedy starring a young Val Kilmer. The Prestige. Dead Poet Society. The Thing, 1982. Oh brother, where art thou? Such great music and quotable lines. My dad is gone now, and listening to his booming laugh when I said, well, I'll be a son of a bitch. Del Mar's Been Saved was my favorite thing ever. I could always make him laugh with that. Go for Everett. Planes, trains, and automobiles. What do you think the temperature is? 1. Big Fish. The Big Lebowski. It's all about friendship. A Clockwork Orange. Mulan. She rocks. The movie really sets her off as a badass character all around. This is definitely my favorite Disney movie. Big Fish. Fried Green Tomatoes. Gone with the Wind. Fiddle Dee Dee. Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Absolutely in my top 3 of all time. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. The Thing. Can we stop doing basically the same question over and over again now? It's not a real question, it's imitation. Wolf of Wall Street. Surprised no one has said it? I laughed so fucking hard watching this movie. Cerebral palsy stage. Fuck me, that shit was crazy. The Warriors. Yep. Real Tough Chic. Step Brothers. Saving Private Ryan. The Dark Knight. The Men Who Stare at Goats. Zodiac. What women want. Honestly, I just love it. The Other Guys. It has The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson in it. How can you not love it? Back to the Future. Hard to pick just one. So, No Country for Old Men. I had to watch this a few times before I really started to appreciate how brilliant it is. Subtle, understated, and quiet, but very, very intense. Inglourious Bastards. All the brilliance of Tarantino. And he even managed to Mostly, stay out of his own way with his more ridiculous affectations. The scene in the bar is absolutely masterful. Among the best ever put to film. Monsieur Apocalypse Now. Easily the most harrowing portrait of war, madness, and the madness of war ever filmed. Mad Max. Fury Road. If violence were music, this would be Beethoven's Fifth. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.